Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard the Fw-190A-5, which is in this case the premium for the Japanese tech tree. And this once had a very good argumentation line for it. Firepower. But these days the firepower is mediocre and not that good anymore, because one of the problems that I personally have in all the great summary is to get guns on target with this plane. You have a pretty nice firepower. You have 2x2 MG or 20mm machine cannons. The middle one in the wing roots are the MG151-20s, and of course in the wings themselves the MG-FFMs. And combined you have a lot of ammunition. You have also 2 machine guns, but the plane performance is something that I don't enjoy. And I'm stopping right there, because everybody knows what I think about Focke-Wulf. Everybody knows how I'm not amused by what they can do in the game. And there are so many people that instantly jump into the comment section and say, oh, you're just bad, learn to play and just do well. But they never tell you what to do. And when they tell you, it's so generic, it's so unhelpful that I stop right there. Okay, so Focke-Wulf here in the Japanese tech tree, and we are flying obviously on a Japanese or a Pacific map rather. And I'm recording this on Sunday. I'm recording this on Sunday while downloading the dev server. The dev server for patch 1.77. And I have 3.2 gigabytes to go, which is for me 50 minutes, because my download speed is 1 megabyte per second. Hooray to my internet. Now, to talk about my internet here is more than appropriate. My internet is pretty good when it's working. The connection, the stability, the ping, and so forth is nice. But it's a shared internet connection. And there is nothing wrong with this. And there is nothing that I could do about it. I asked multiple people, I contacted them furiously. If we can get better internet, faster internet, I actually would pay more for my rental room, whatever. There is no way I can improve my internet. And please, if you're one of those people that still write fix your internet into the comment section, you are making it obvious that you actually don't watch my videos, but just are constantly watching the bottom left corner of my internet. Ooh, you have a ping spike. Ooh, you have a packet loss. Ooh, all your recommendations that you ever make about a tank or a plane is invalid. Just get good, fix your internet. Those people are the quintessence of the War Thunder community about the bad part. Sorry about this, but I had to say it once. When I talk about a plane's performance, when I talk about a tank's performance, I'm not coming just from one battle. And I talk about it from my experience by having played all the nations throughout all the battle ratings, stock, spaded. I'm actually looking at the numbers. I'm making some test shootings. I'm doing some test flights. I test them in battle and so forth. And there is where my recommendation or non-recommendation is coming from. And again, I have again stated this throughout my over 650 videos by now, throughout my nearly 1.5, nearly 2 years of YouTube. And yeah, I want to show not just the bad side and be the one that rants throughout the War Thunder, and I want to show you the fun part. I want to recommend the game, but it's not my job to do so, okay? It's a hobby of mine. And the next thing that you have to keep in mind, if there are problems throughout all the nations, throughout all the game modes and so forth, it's not always possible to have the normal fun, which is literally the selling point of the game. So I roll around and aim for the cockpit and get a lucky kill on that B-17. It's so damn hard to correct your aim in flight at any speed on a B-17. And yeah, even those good bursts did not a significant amount of damage. The plane, if not engaged by 2 other Japanese planes, would continue to fly, and I would have a damn hard time to follow it. Add to that the ridiculous range and ridiculous efficiency of 50 caliber defensive gunners, you can get quite an essence or a feel for why I don't like flying German planes at all. They have to have this uphill battle all the time. And you know, that's just summarized in a few sentences. Every plane, every Bf-109 and every Focke-Wulf variant has its own issues, problems, and is not straight to fly into battle and to make your kills as easily as with other nations' aircraft. With Italians, okay, they have overheating issues. With the Japanese, well, okay, the Allies are just feeding it to you with their ground striking. But also some of the French. But not every French plane is that easy to fly. There are some potato planes amongst them as well. Incidentally, it's when there are some potato planes, it's the actual French planes, not the American imports, so to speak. So yeah, the Japanese planes, you kind of feel a bit outdated. By the way, I received one 50 caliber bullet into my radial engine. I'm leaking oil. The engine is already damaged, and there is nothing that I can do. I cannot land. And look at this P-51. He didn't hit me with a single bullet. How can you fuck that up? Because of players like this, people think that the Focke-Wulf is a great plane. And I'm always amused by this after, you know, nearly approaching 5 years by now of playing this game. It has always been the same like this. The Focke-Wulfs never got really changed. And when they got changed, then mostly for the worse, to be honest. So yeah, at this point in time, I had numerous battles where I was the first one to die, despite side climbing, despite being in cover, and so forth. At this point in time, it's really about time that I get into, that I go back to base and, you know, get a new engine. But that's not so easy. Why? Well, I cannot land on a carrier with this thing. Good luck trying, because you don't lose speed on landing, even with the landing flaps, even with the radiator cowlings opened if you use manual engine control, and even with fully slamming the brakes, you cannot dig your nose into the ground like with a Bf-109 or a Dora with the long nose versions, because you have a radial engine and you would just flip over and die, and you just would overshoot the carrier. And I think, yeah, it's possible, but not really worth it on the battle conditions, because most of the time you would crash. I mean, there is a difference between it's likely and it's possible. And yeah, I'm flying towards the P-51s, the two of them, and now my engine is black and about to die in just a moment. And well, then I have nothing to do. However, I have a bit of altitude. I try to get the least bit of power output out of my engine to get at least some speed, maybe some desperate carrier landing. I don't know what to do. It would be best to just simply bail out. And the P-51s lose their altitude, and now my engine is dead. It's fully dead. Great. Now the P-51s are below me, and watch this P-51. I have no engine. He just needs to do something to get out of my line of fire. But he fucks up the head-on, gets just one 50 caliber bullet into me, and I killed him without having an engine. Woohoo! I'm so good. I'm the best pilot in War Thunder. Oh yes, oh, there is another P-51 which is turn fighting at low altitude with 3 Japanese planes. Yeah, 4 Japanese planes and me, but I want the kill. But it's unlikely that I get it. Then I fire, and of course I get a double strike. The second I hit with 1 bullet the Japanese planes, it was an instant kill. And it cost me credit. Rightfully so, I'd say. Team killing shouldn't be advertised in any way, shape or form. And now we're capturing B, so this is my chance to actually land. So first of all, that was not intended. I actually wanted to go off the trigger once I see him flying through my flying path. But it just... I'm sorry about this, okay? But it happens to me as well, and I think it's good for some people that I show this myself, that it also happens to me, because some people think that I'm just the best player around there, that I'm just showing the best gameplay, that I just show awesome scenes, but this happens to me as well, and I think there is nothing wrong with showing it. It was not deliberately, it was maybe a bit greedy, it was maybe a bit reckless, and yeah, one of my teammates got punished, but at this point in time, there is just one player left alive. Guess who he is going for? Yes, for the German plane on the runway, coming with high speed from altitude and not engaging any of the Japanese planes in the air. Yeah, and now he is in an energy fight with around about the same energy against a 0. I wonder how this is going. Yeah, I got killed, and I'm just observing this. Meanwhile, the SPDA is, you know, shooting pretty close, but not hitting me directly. Still firing at that plane. Good job, AI. Good job. Making some pretty pictures roundabout here. Yeah, and the P-47 got wrecked by a Ki-84. Who saw that one coming? Yeah, this is my experience when flying this plane. Yeah, you get your kills, but I mean, if you look at the kills all by themselves, it's hunting down bombers, it's wrecking some people in head-ons, but the second you go into an energy fight, a speed duel, a climb duel, in anything like that, the plane is not good. It's not enjoyable for me, despite getting kills. It's just not nice to fly. Nevertheless, getting terror off the sky. Let's have a pretty nice look at the post-battle result screens. And what we can see here is a big fat minus for the team kill of 37,000 silver lines, and yet I managed to get 72,000 silver lines for the 4 kills and 1 kill assist, and 10,000 RP just for the modification research points. No boosters to that because I'm not researching anything, otherwise it would have been higher. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a good laugh at me team killing somebody undeliberately. Sorry about this again. Nevertheless, please give the video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other in the skies of War Thunder.